Hey everyone! Welcome to Pillow Talk. I'm Tasha Poino. This is
Courtney.
This is
Corey.
So obviously, as you can see, today these two are my special guests.
Pain.
Ooh, okay. So, have you ever had any female subs?
I have had one female sub for hire.
Okay.
And I can't get too much into the situation due to confidentiality.
Absolutely.
But she did not get what her husband was very what we call vanilla.
Okay.
He was not into any of that. He was just 1 position, 2 position, 3 position come. Like that is it. There was no choking, there was no slapping, there was no spanking, there was no biting, there was no
Takes
nothing.
that, how do you keep it spicy in the bedroom, right out the equation.
A little kissing and fucking the vagina. Like that was it. There was no anal, he was not willing to try anything.
Goodness.
So she asked him, can I look elsewhere for that kind of dominant release? It wasn't sexual. We didn't have intercourse.
Right.
But I did peg her in the ass. I did do pain play with her. I did asphyxiation play with her.
Can we pause? Because, some people have the assumption that pegging is only when you're in a man's ass. Instead of, with a female. So when you peg a female, are you in the female's ass or are you just both holes?
I have a strap on and I fuck her with my dildo in the ass.
Okay.
Like that was something that she needed a release of was anal, and we used she liked anal fissures. So a hook that's strapped to a rope that I tied around her neck. So that every time I would spank her and she would move her neck forward, it would pull on her anus.
Honestly,
and it had a ball on the end of it that pushed on the vaginal canal.
Oh my god. Honestly, and before we started recording, we're speaking of squirting. And I have squirted before, but typically the surest way to get me to squirt is to be in my ass and my vagina and play with my clit. So I would be
so you're like a 3-in-1.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
I've learned that there's edging that is needed for me. I honestly,
Your birthday?
How about you, can you please explain how the fuck you make me squirt? Because I really can't do it. I can't do it to myself.
I mean...
At all. I've tried. I can't do it to myself. No matter how much I hold my breath, I choke myself, I fuck myself in both holes.
Hit that button, but I'm
there's no button. There's no button for
me.
I don't know if it's because it's myself. I know how to get myself off.
Oh, there's a button.
Most women can...
She's I know.
Button.
Most women can get themselves off in 30 seconds if they tried.
I honestly, if I'm gonna come that fast, I have to have toys in the situation. But for me to just rub one out, it takes a little while.
And love your body, love yourself,
And the cum is so much better.
Yeah.
When you hold off, that if you want to come in the first 30 seconds, that's cool. But go back at it again, Give yourself a little breather and then just tap that button again.
So how do you press my fucking buttons?
Tell us the formula. Method to your madness.
It's like she just said, know your body. Well, I know her body.
Okay.
I mean, I take the time to learn. Memorize what she likes, and her birthday, you had 31 orgasms?
31 orgasms.
Oh my god.
I turned 30 And I was like, you know, screw it. I want an orgasm per every year. No, she went above and beyond and did 31, and I'm laying there in the bed.
I mean, it took like 2 hours. Like 2, yeah.
I mean, everybody has their own taste, or you know, they have their dream session.
Okay, yeah,
You know,
that is
They have
like a fantasy, if
their
you will.
own fantasy or dream session or whatever you want to call it. They fantasize about things like that, and for people to have that come true is amazing. Like, to be able to fulfill that, check off the bucket list.
Right.
Your life's bucket list. If it's
Say I
something
did that.
sexual, do it. Fucking do it.
And fuck what everybody else has got to say, because
Who
personally,
gives a shit? Oh my god.
personally, I know it's very stigmatized, like to have a threesome with 2 guys. People want to say, "Oh, you got a train ran on you," and I'm like,
Oh
it's
my
the
God.
dumbest fucking thing ever to say that. It's a threesome. But I recently had a threesome with 2 guys, and it was fucking awesome. I loved it.
Yes.
Now, I couldn't get them to do the DP, which that's what I wanted to, but it was awesome because, like, I never realized how much of a turn on it is for me to have somebody watch me fuck somebody else. But I was like,
So, I
Okay.
think I know that cake.
yes.
Do you know
Tell
that
me.
cake?
I do not. Please tell me.
You are an exhibitionist.
Oh, okay.
So you like to be exhibited in front of people while
Okay.
doing sexual deeds.
And the person watching is a voyeur.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. There you go.
I know a
There
couple
you go.
things.
Some people like voyeurism in different ways. Like let's say, you know, you have a boyfriend who is watching in the closet masturbating while you fuck his friend.
Oh, got no way.
You know, a lot of times when people watch porn, it is what they want. It is that fantasy. That's what a lot of people get from pornography, is that fantasy, the fantasy of that woman, the fantasy of that train, the fantasy of like there's Kink University or kink.com is where they do a lot of BDSM type fantasy videos, or they do educational videos. So one of the people who started kink.com was friends with me on Twitter, and he did a lot of like how to choke a woman properly, how to make a woman squirt, how to tie somebody up safely.
One person that I follow on Instagram actually is into suspension, and she actually got like hooks. Was that you? That wasn't you.
Yeah, that was me.
No, I don't think it was you, because I actually saw her like hanging. I swear, I don't know. Maybe it was you.
It was probably
Please elaborate, since you're my follower.
Because I do have the photos on my Instagram, so you can see.
What a coincidence.
You can see my my suspension, which is it was just out of this world, amazing.
So, okay. Oh man. Whew.
So that was during, and this was after.
Ooh, Lady Pain.
Yeah. One on my TikTok too of me just falling off of a step and just going for it.
Oh
It was wonderful.
Woo. Yowzers.
Yeah. Or like Subspace, which is, something that we haven't talked about yet. So, Subspace, submissive space, whatever you want to call it, is kind of what happens when you start getting kind of deeper into a session with somebody, and you go into this mindset or a slight shock of what's going on with your body, that it is so intense and erotic and emotional, that your brain kind of shuts off a little bit and you just kind of go through the robotic emotions, which a lot of the times, you know, I'll try to take somebody out of it for a second and ask them safe words. So the red, yellow, and green, or like me and my submissive have, is the yellow is gefilte fish. Okay, now there's a story behind this. We just randomly got on the conversation about movies, and we talked about, God, what is that movie with Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker?
Rush Hour.
Rush Hour. Okay, at the end of Rush Hour, when they go into the bloopers and the lady is yelling at Chris Tucker how to say gefilte fish, he's like, gefilte fish, and I'm like, we should make that the yellow. He's like, oh my God, gefilte fish. And then our red is ridiculous from Harry Potter. Okay, ridiculous. Goodbye. It's gone. You know, the session is done. That's it. Put the toy down. No more.
Wow. Okay. So I didn't realize that earlier when you were saying that you could start out with red, green, and yellow for the safe words. So I didn't know that like you could like put different words in place.
Some people have special safe words. Like my red is Subway. Fucking Subway.
You must hate Subway.
Eat fresh, motherfucker. No,
We don't have safe words in ours because we have that trust with each other that we just kind of
know
we're good.
Yeah.
You know, we communicate throughout.
And that goes along with knowing each other and learning each other's bodies.
Kind of like a non-verbal safe word.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you know, for us, there's a difference between sexual and non-sexual dom-sub dynamic. You know, ours is sexual. We kind of know somebody's body language when you're so close to them like that on a sexual level. You know, during intercourse or during sex, you kind of know by looking at somebody's face, their body language, like, that's enough. They've had enough. Or sometimes we'll just say, like, stop for a second.
Breathe. Stop.
Girl, the other night I couldn't breathe. I lost my shit. I had an orgasm and I couldn't breathe. And
then cried.
I was in. I automatically, like, it put me in subspace because my orgasm was so hard, and she had me all bent over and shit, and here I am. Here I am.
Crying.
Literally
I couldn't breathe. I'm crying.
Goodness,
I go
so
in
beautiful.
subspace. I get all of these, like, emotions out from, like, health issues and things going on in my life, and then, like, she just holds me.
So it's a way of release. Like some people like to exercise. You're like, I like to come intensely.
Yeah. Oh, or, you know, some people are like, I like to get the shit beat out of me, or I like nipple play, or I like shock, or I like blood play, or I like asphyxiation, and all those things can lead up to, like, a bursting moment.
Well, that is our time. I appreciate you guys so much.
Thank you.
If you guys like this video or any of my others, please like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Again, did you guys want to shout out any of your socials? I know that you said you do taxidermy, so do you want to...
I do taxidermy. I am the_bone_lady_mounting_shop. Okay, one more time. The Bone Lady Mounting Shop on Instagram. If you guys want to follow, I mean, we do some trucker stuff, and I also do some of my work on there, and I'd love the support.
Awesome. Well, that's Pillow Talk. Bye.
Because it tends to look really pretty up against somebody's skin.
Okay.
Or around your nipples.
Ooh.
Girl, if you want to dry it, I don't care. A tip with the 2 holes.
Okay.
And you just start wailing, you know, in your anus, and it would get cold up against your vaginal canal, which is where your second G spot is. So there's a